What did you make of Bloomberg, Stephen?
Look, I think it's fascinating. My understanding is that he has been a close friend and supporter of Joe Biden, and that he would only enter the race if Biden really was struggling. And I think, notwithstanding the scandal around Trump's and Giuliani's behaviour, they have actually harmed, in my view, Biden's chances, coupled with a string of very lacklustre performances across debates. I don't think you could definitively say that Biden's won a single debate, and at times he's looked pedestrian. So I think the Democrats are increasingly desperate to find a candidate that isn't some crazy left-wing, in American terms, politician. But having said that, Bloomberg is hardly going to energise the Democratic base, given his background, which you described, billionaire, former Republican. I think he would need to do something really radical, like, put Warren as his VP, or put one of the newer, younger women that have been in this campaign behind him to try and energise and drag that Democrat base out. Because while I think he can win, key marginal Republican states out of revulsion towards Trump, I think he'll struggle to hold Democrat base.
Yeah, he might win the doctors' wives, if I can call them that, in the Republican terms, but it depends on the primary, who turns out, and their primary numbers are very low for some of these states. 200 people will make a decision. David Gazzard, I think what's interesting, just in the a few days after the Treasurer saying we've got to all work to a 65, there's hardly a young person, there's hardly anyone under the age of 50 in the race on either side. So it's interesting in the US. They venerate leaders as they get older, and we tend to want to send them out the back door, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. They do tend to be older. If you look at people like Ronald Reagan, he was president till his age actually did become a factor, although it wasn't a determining factor. I agree with Stephen. The Democrats definitely need a compromise candidate. If you look at Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, they're veering so far to the left. You've got people like Barack Obama coming in saying, hey, we have to be a bit more centrist here. The question that's open, I suppose, is whether or not Bloomberg, as a consensus candidate, loses everyone. He loses people on the left, and he doesn't pick up Trump supporters or the more moderate Republicans. So that remains to be seen. I've got to say, I've seen some of the things he's done in New York, things that would normally invite criticisms of him being a nanny-stater, but the reforms have worked about cleaning up restaurants when he was mayor and so on and so forth. But it's a long way from being a Democratic style mayor in New York to winning Ohio and some of those Midwest states that are going to be vital.
Very fair point.